Later, Jimmy Fallon welcomes Mandy Moore. NBC Tonight.
There's one competition between the acts and one between the judges.
My team's going to crush you.
I have the strongest team.
They were brilliant, all right?
AGT Fantasy League, January 1st on NBC and Peacock.
You're early. Extended Family, January 2nd on NBC.
Live on NBC 12. This is News Watch 12 at 10.
Good evening, I'm Dan Hagan. An Eagle River area restaurant has been ruled a complete loss following a fire early this morning. Off the Chain, located on State Highway 70 in the town of Washington, was reported to be on fire at around 5:30 a.m. When Vilas County deputies arrived, they found the building completely engulfed in flames. All occupants had been evacuated during the fire thanks to an individual who knocked on all doors of Off the Chain and a nearby residence. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Another building was also lost to a fire this weekend. Neighbors reported a garage fire in the town of Newbold shortly before 10 p.m. on Saturday. When deputies arrived at the fire, located on Wildwood Drive, they found the garage consumed by the fire. The garage and car inside it were a total loss. The nearby home was luckily undamaged by the fire. There were no injuries. Well, Jeff, it seems like we kind of had a consistent falling of snow today.
Finally a cool day with some light snow showers out there, like you said. And tomorrow, even warmer, and 40s are back in the forecast by the weekend. Right? I know, right? So a high today of 29, though, in Rhinelander. But even though it was mostly before sunrise this morning, most of us spent much of today in the teens for highs across our area, with a feel-like temperature in the single digits earlier. Okay, so not so much anymore, though, right? Look at these temperatures currently. It's 16 in Rhinelander, 17 Eagle River. Off to the west, though, we are already in the single digits here because there's no clouds out here, and that line is moving in this direction. So we're likely to get the clear skies in there tonight. Quick radiational cooling, likely to have low temperatures down in the single digits across the area tonight. Before we get a little bit of increasing clouds tomorrow from that system there, and then behind that, this could mean some more cloud cover for the weekend, and this could actually mean some rain showers getting in here Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. Our forecast tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, low temperatures down near 8. Your full forecast is coming up. Dan?
The Lac du Flambeau tribe is asking to meet face-to-face with State Senator Mary Felskowski over their exclusion from the Tribal Assistance Grants Program. The tribe has set aside a time of 10 a.m. on Friday for the Tribal Council to meet with Felskowski at the Tribal Council meeting room in LDF. Felskowski has yet to confirm with WJFW whether she will attend this meeting. This comes after both sides traded letters last week over the tribe not being granted $1 million in tribal assistance grants by the Joint Finance Committee, which Felskowski is a part of. This comes also during the ongoing road access dispute between the tribe and the town. Stevens Point police are asking for the public's help in locating a wanted man. 43-year-old Douglas Bredlau is wanted on several charges, including stalking, felony victim intimidation, and pointing a firearm at an individual. Bredlau is considered armed and dangerous at this time. Anyone with information on his whereabouts should either connect with the Portage County Communications Center or Portage County Crime Stoppers. An up to $1,000 reward is being offered to anyone who can offer information about Bredlau that leads to his arrest. Technology is always evolving, and a local foundation is trying to make sure students are prepared for that. Merrill's Park City Credit Union partnered with their Park City Cares Foundation to donate to local schools' tech ed departments. $5,000 was split among Tomahawk, Rhinelander, and Merrill high schools.
I think we need to focus on everything from academics to, in this case, fabricational labs. Technology is growing. I think there's going to be a huge demand in the future. We need to invest in it, and that's what we're doing.
All grants come originally from the community, often through fundraisers the foundation has hosted. The Park City Cares Foundation also has scholarships available. Wisconsin-based Quick Trip is planning a $151 million business expansion. It includes investment in dairy and bakery operations in La Crosse, the renovation of an office building in Onalaska, and the construction of a new distribution center. The move is expected to create more than 500 jobs by 2027, and this rapidly expanding gas station chain has 850 stores, including 500 in Wisconsin. Governor Tony Evers was at Merrill High School today to meet with students and teachers. The visit was part of Evers' plan to address what he calls a burgeoning crisis in mental and behavioral health. Today, he commended students at MHS for their efforts in building up the Raise Your Voice program at the school.
The fact that they're willing to come together and talk about it is number one. They want to work together with others to change something. Having been in schools most of my life, that's extraordinary.
During his visit to Merrill High School today, Governor Tony Evers met with student members of the Raise Your Voice program from schools throughout the Northwoods. The program aims to help students with mental health issues. After a group discussion with student reps throughout the Northwoods, Evers credited the work of students who are blazing the trail of mental health.
These students are taking it on themselves, and I think this is a great opportunity for them. But to have a student group that is active as some of the ones that we saw today, they are going to share that, and that's going to grow for, forever.
Merrill High School students Reggie Lottie and Jaylee Sievert said it felt special to have their voices heard.
That's so great to see someone representing our state who also represents what we believe in.
Well, our main goal is just to break the stigma around mental health and mental illness. Anywhere that we can get it, really, to help people know that it's normal and you can get help.
During the meeting, Evers mentioned the problems that several of his own family members have had with mental health, noting that the issue affects everyone.
Obviously, it impacts Kathy and I, but it is something I think every family in some fashion is trying to address.
That was our own Jake Force reporting. And during the meeting, the governor asked another interesting question. Why is it mostly girls sitting in here? The students agreed that he had a good point, leading everyone to agree that the stigmas still need to be broken, especially for male students. Coming up after the break, a former Badger basketball star finally crossed the graduation stage 20 years after leaving the school. That story's after Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
Enjoy the beauty of the season at Traders. Get inspired by our unique trees and old world Christmas ornaments.
Set the scene for entertaining and celebrate. Happy holidays!
Shop with us December 22nd through 24th and get a free gift with a $100 purchase.
Menards is celebrating Ryan Blaney's NASCAR Championship with 12% off everything till Christmas. Known for innovative designs and affordable prices, Works provides power and ease to get the job done right. Upgrade your power tool collection with a Works 20-volt cordless drill driver, delivering dependable performance in a lightweight, compact design. Right now, get 12% off all Works 20-volt power share products.
Merry Christmas and enjoy your 12% off everything.
Hollywood Hill Campground and Crandon Saloon is now featuring year-round cabins. Create memorable experiences with a community that turns friends into family. Spend your days outdoors fishing, biking, hiking, or UTVing. Your destination for Northwoods camping and lodging all year.
For most of the people that walk in our store, it's been an ongoing, non-stop issue, and they're finally walking into the Good Feet store. Okay, the guy that came into my store last year that has had plantar fasciitis for 30 years. I looked at him, I said, "Are you kidding me? I've been here for 14. Where have you been?" I helped relieve a problem that's plagued him for 30 years. I mean, how do you not go home and talk about that?
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
You've got this. Your big moment on their big day. The dress? Another one you'll never wear. Gift? Practical. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free overdraft protection transfers. So when you get invited to your third destination wedding in as many months, we'll be there with you.
When we first met Todd, we thought Jen was kidding.
You've got this with Associated Bank.
Well, finally certainly didn't felt like the time of year today, with high temperatures back up in the 20s, even a couple low 30s out there, and some light snow showers, some wind, cool temperatures, and press repeat. That was our day today. Tomorrow, though, is going to be a bit warmer without the snowfall across the area tomorrow, and then 40s are back in the 7-day forecast. Today, though, 29 early today. We kind of fell throughout the afternoon. 30 in Tomahawk, 31 for Antigo. You get the idea. Kind of a comfortable day today. The average high being about 26, 27. Most of us were there today, but not so much anymore. The cold front came through. Temperatures hanging out in the teens here, 20s here, but notice over here and not too far away, already single-digit temperatures there. That is where there's a break in the clouds right now, and that is moving our direction. So we're going to get cold tonight with low temperatures probably hanging out near 5, 6, 7, or 8. Okay, so if you want the really cold stuff, that's the pink stuff right there, right? We got a little taste today, but this is moving that way. And then this is warmer temperatures for tomorrow, also for Wednesday and for Thursday and for Friday and for Saturday and for Sunday. You get the idea. A warmer stretch of weather is on the way. We're going to melt the little snow we got out there today. And overall, we have warmer temperatures, right? That looks like this on paper. So 28 tomorrow, then up above freezing. We'll melt some snow on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday. And those are 40s. And remember, Sunday is Christmas Eve. Monday is Christmas Day. There's a chance now for some rain showers in the forecast Sunday nights into Monday morning, ending as some snow showers on Christmas Day. Okay, the temperature results are in from November. November came back as the warmest November on record globally, 174 years of record keeping. So land and ocean temperatures on this map, red's above average, blue is below, a lot of red during November. Outside now, though, here's Minocqua shining brightly. The main roads are just fine. The secondary roads are snow covered here, so there are lots of slippery spots across the area tonight. Lake effect snow showers out there today. Give us an inch or so of snow across parts of the area. That, though, is going this way now, and behind it we'll get some clear skies for a short while tonight, but overall we have more clouds in the forecast later on tonight. All right, snowfall wise, you know it, we could use some snowfall. 9.5 inches so far this snow season, not including today. Last year by today's date already 26.6, 2 years ago 31.2. So you get the idea. We're well behind the last 2 years around here. We need some snow, and there's not a lot of snow in the 7-day forecast right now. The lake effect machine turns off tonight. We get some clear skies for several hours, and then this guy gets in here tomorrow. This will only bring us some cloud cover late tomorrow and throughout the day on Wednesday. The precipitation will stay far to the west of us, and we are likely high and dry now into the weekend, and probably ending as some rain showers on Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, rain showers, and then ending as some snow later on Christmas Day. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, a bit breezy out there. Low temperatures down near 8, but a couple of you could dip your toes down near 0 tonight with that northwest breeze around 10. For tomorrow, it's Tuesday. Lots of clouds around tomorrow, still a bit breezy. High temperatures reaching for 30. You might do it with that southwest breeze around 10 to 15. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows a dry stretch of weather ahead. Winter officially gets here on Thursday, and then we start gaining daylight 1 second to worth on Friday with a high of 37. Here's the weekend, temperatures near 40. There's Christmas Day, a chance for rain with temperatures near 43. Dan?
The University of Wisconsin-Madison is pledging to cover the full cost of a college degree for students from Wisconsin Indian tribes. The new program is called the Wisconsin Tribal Educational Promise, and it launches next fall. All enrolled members of Wisconsin tribes qualify. UW-Madison will cover not only tuition and fees, but also housing, meals, books, and other educational expenses for undergraduate students. A mix of philanthropy and institutional funding, such as tuition revenue from out-of-state residents, is funding the effort. Better late than never. Former NBA star Devin Harris graduated from UW-Madison Sunday, 20 years after he left the school to play pro basketball. Harris was selected as the 5th overall pick in the first round of the 2004 NBA draft, going to play for the Dallas Mavericks. He retired from the NBA 4 years ago and said it was important to finally finish the degree he started at UW. Harris credits the motivation to finish school partially to his former teammate, mentor, and friend, another UW Badger icon, Michael Finley. Finley played for the Dallas Mavericks when Harris joined the team in 2004.
I've already kind of teared up a little bit just being back in this building. I had a lot of success and a lot of games played and a lot of family members in the stands. The goal was always to finish at some point. Now, I didn't expect it to be 20 years, but that's what it kind of turned out to be.
Was the commencement speaker during Sunday's graduation, a full circle moment for the two friends. Rhinelanders girls basketball team was looking to make it 5 wins in a row tonight at their home court. Coming up on Newswatch 12, Saul Meyer will be here to see if they could do it against their toughest opponent yet.
Let's go Christmas shopping at Mel's. Find trusted outdoor brands for this season's activities. Get outside and spend time doing the sports you love. Cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, or ice fishing. Or enjoy casual sport clothing for all occasions. Mel's Trading Post, a downtown Rhinelander landmark.
Game Time Sportsbook is now open inside Mole Lake Casino. Place a bet on your favorite sports team and watch them win on one of our 24 big screen televisions while enjoying amazing refreshments at our sports bar and lounge. Our casino floor has been updated with dozens of new and exciting game titles. And don't forget about the coffee pot, proudly serving Starbucks. Take advantage of one of our stay and play deals, including bonus free play. Get your lucky break at Mole Lake.
Why chance deliveries arriving past Christmas when you can pick them up for free in just 1 hour? At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, save time and money on holiday gifts, hosting supplies, and other must-haves with our fast and free drive-through service. It's easy. Just place your order online at farmandfleet.com or on our mobile app and pick it up 1 hour later in our drive-through. We'll send you a text or email to let you know it's ready. When you arrive, get you loaded up and on your way in no time. Shop online, drive-through, and find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Dupixent helps you do more with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
Let's go Christmas shopping at Mel's. Find trusted outdoor brands for this season's activities. Get outside and spend time doing the sports you love. Cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, or ice fishing. Or enjoy casual sport clothing for all occasions. Mel's Trading Post, a downtown Rhinelander landmark.
Coming up on Newswatch 12 today, we'll have this week's edition of Nursing the North.
And it's going to be an interesting Christmas this year, though, with temperatures that will be warming up and another dry stretch on the way. More when you tune in on a Tuesday from 5 to 7.
Rhinelanders girls basketball team has looked unbeatable lately. The Hodags are on a 4-game win streak and are one of the 2 unbeaten teams left in the Great Northern Conference. However, they had their toughest test yet when they hosted the #1 team in the state for Division 5, Assumption. So let's see if the Hodags could defend home court or if Assumption could stay undefeated on the season. In the first half, Rhinelander was rolling. Auburn Clark shows off her skills before hitting the mid-range floater for 2. Later that half, she drives in and spins, then finds Lily Treader, and Treader hits the nice finger roll, and the Hodags go up 5 at the half. In the second half, Clark looking for someone to get open, and she throws a laser across the court to Leah Jamison, who, with the help of the backboard, drills a corner 3 for the Hodags. But Assumption turned it on in the second half. Jordan Jaglinski taking it up the court, showing off her moves. Then Anna Schooley gets it at the top of the key and takes it to School with the tough layup for 2. And Assumption stays undefeated with the 60-46 win. Now, something happened at Lambeau Field this Sunday that has never happened before. A visiting quarterback finished the game with a perfect passer rating. That is not a good thing for the Packers defense, especially after they allowed a career day for Giants QB Tommy DeVito just 6 days prior. Now, this game, it was Baker Mayfield who was able to set a perfect bar for a performance at Lambeau Field. He finished with 381 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions to help his team get the 34-20 win. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur says that the defense just wasn't ready for that kind of challenge.
I get it. They got some good wideouts, but you got to be willing to challenge, especially if you're getting gashed. Just changing it up, and I'll go back and take a peek at it.
With now multiple bad performances by the defense, fans are starting to turn on defensive coordinator Joe Barry, but LaFleur says that he's focused on preparing for the next game.
Now's not the time for that, to be honest with you, because now's not the time. I'm trying to find solutions, and I got to go back and take a look at the film.
The Packers will take on the Carolina Panthers on Christmas Eve in Charlotte, North Carolina. And one of the other major sports teams in Wisconsin extended a streak as well, but this time a winning streak, and the Bucks are on a roll. Milwaukee has not lost a home game since October 29th against the Atlanta Hawks, and that's their only home loss of the season. Milwaukee 12 straight games at the Fiserv Forum and are 14-1 at home this season, following their 128-119 win over the Houston Rockets on Sunday. Bucks head coach Adrian Griffin says that his team has been able to do a good job at coming in and getting the job done in front of their fans.
I love our approach of coming in and taking care of business early. The first 5 minutes were critical. I thought we set the tone, and Marjon was a big part of that. And I thought we had just great contributions from everyone.
Griffin also credits how much the team has grown together since the start of the season.
I thought it was a reflection of just the togetherness we're starting to see, because several of those threes, you could see the team intentionally trying to find Dame.
The Bucks will be back at home on Tuesday when they take on the San Antonio Spurs. And to go along with their great week as a team, Giannis Antetokounmpo had what's probably the best week in his life last week. The two-time MVP set the single-game scoring record for the Bucks, and after last night's performance, he became the Bucks' all-time leading rebounder in Milwaukee history as well. Those accolades were enough to earn him Eastern Conference Player of the Week honors. We'll be right back after the break.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of it in a new Honda. Whether it's taking the gang to the slopes in an available all-wheel drive Pilot, delivering presents in a rugged Passport, or hauling a few toys for yourself in a powerful Ridgeline. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
When an inexperienced Whole Foods driver tipped his truck over while pulling off the interstate to take a break, a bus carrying a high school band ran into the overturned semi. The crash killed 5 people and injured dozens of others. 2 of the victims' families hired Habish, & Rotier. The settlements they received totaled over $4.5 million. And the skill expended by the Habish team is head and shoulders above one phone call and a quick settlement. Habish, & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Hi, I'm Katie from Featherstone Cabinetry and Design. When I want my local forecast for Minocqua, I go to WJFW.com and check my hometown weather.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
Crossroads County Market sends you best wishes for a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Bruce Orthodontics, changing lives one smile at a time. Rhinelander, Minocqua, Eagle River, Phillips, and the greater Northwoods area. Treating patients of all ages.
David Mrochinski Insurance Agency in Eagle River and Rhinelander send you best wishes for a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Green Lawn Underground Sprinklers want to wish you a very blessed Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas from all of us at Newswatch 12.
time is running out. Shopko Optical can help maximize your vision benefits and FSA dollars before they expire. Get a comprehensive eye exam and discover your new style. Call Shopko Optical or visit shopko.com to schedule your exam.
A volcano in southwest Iceland erupted today following weeks of intense earthquake activity. According to the country's meteorological office, the area is a volcanic and seismic hotspot southwest of the capital, Reykjavik. Authorities had evacuated the nearly 4,000 inhabitants of the fishing town of Grindavik and closed the nearby Blue Lagoon geothermal spa. The peninsula in recent years saw several eruptions in unpopulated areas, but the current outbreak was believed to pose an immediate risk to the small town. If pictures are worth 1,000 words, then one Rhinelander man's collection will leave you speechless. Spurred by a childhood fascination with a 3D photographer, David Tank's assortment of cameras and photos has grown to become the largest private collection in the state. Our own Carrie Bladorn has the story.
The Northwoods is full of interesting people with varied hobbies and collections. I'm always surprised at what hidden gems can be found. One such gem is the largest private collection of 3D photography equipment in the state of Wisconsin. Northwoods resident David Tank has amassed an incredible 3D photography collection. You know, the cards with two pictures that become 3D when you look through a special viewing device. David grew up visiting his grandparents in Enterprise, Wisconsin, and developed a love for 3D photography through his grandfather, woodsman Art Belo.
Besides his lumbering stuff, he was also a 3D photographer. Every Christmas, and I think of that now, in my Christmas stocking there would be a new 3D Viewmaster reel.
David explains some of the history of 3D photography.
The first 3D image was created in 1838. The first photograph was created in 1839. And the assumption was, with early photography, that it would be in 3D.
Not only has he collected 3D photography equipment and pictures, he's also won awards from the National Stereoscopic Association conventions. These conventions bring together those interested in the art, as well as famous presenters.
And they'll have speakers come who are sometimes world-famous people who are totally into 3D, like the people who maybe direct some of the 3D movies. Or Brian May, the guy from Queen, who is also one of the world's experts on 3D photography. He's come a couple of times.
Using special cameras and tripod setups, David has become an expert himself, building replicas of devices and authoring several books on the topic, including shooting all of the photos used in those books. After David retired from a career teaching mass communications at UW Stout, he decided to move to the Rhinelander area, setting up his collection in the basement of his lakeside home, curated into a private 3D photography museum.
I started with the Viewmasters when I was a kid, and I never got rid of any of them. When I was probably 30 years old, I ended up getting my first actual camera, and from then on, it's just kept growing.
David goes on to tell me what makes 3D photography so interesting to him and why he's pursued this decades-long passion.
I love the fact that you're actually seeing in a picture what you see with your real eyes, which is depth. And a regular flat picture is like beautiful, but it doesn't give you the feeling of being in the picture. And 3D photography does that. You look at it and you go like, wow, I feel like I could step right into that scene.
It was wonderful to get an inside look at David's collection and share it with you. It goes to show you never know what amazing things you'll find in the Northwoods. Reporting in studio, I'm Carrie Bladorn with Newswatch 12.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford SUV and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $3,500 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
He hits his mark center stage and is crushed by a baby grand piano.
You're replacing me? Customize and save with Liberty Bibbity.
He doesn't even have a mustache.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's Winter Wonderland.
Don't just stand there, grab those devices.
And our real forecast predicts it's snowing big money.
Weeknights at 6:30 on NBC 12.
Wisconsin Rapids Area Convention and Visitors Bureau wishes you and your loved ones a very happy holiday season and a prosperous new year.
Precision Body and Frame encourages everyone to remember the reason for the season. Have a very Merry Christmas and a New Year filled with peace and happiness from Precision Body and Frame.
It's open season on cancer. Help us raise money for the Ronald McDonald House of Marshfield by purchasing a hat, an H2O Go bottle, or other special items. With your donation of $20, you'll receive over $50 in valuable coupons, and a $10 donation is given to the Ronald McDonald House. Purchase items at Cost Cutters of Central Wisconsin, the Barber's Family Hairstyling, Mullins Cheese in Knowlton, Chase Outdoors in the Cedar Creek Mall. It's open season on cancer, a season that never ends.
Times of transition, whether from a sad event or a joyful one, can leave us feeling adrift. Social connections become even more important. Being isolated and lonely can be harmful to your health. It can lead to high blood pressure, a greater risk of heart disease, and early onset dementia. So it's important to build and maintain connections to people whose relationships bring meaning to your life. Try a new hobby, volunteer, exercise, or use your phone or other device to stay in touch. These can be great ways to keep up your social connections and your physical and mental well-being. Visit connecttoaffect.org to see if you're at risk of social isolation and find ways to stay connected. Presented by AARP Foundation with support from United Healthcare.
Featherstone Cabinetry and Design thanks you for your business this year and wishes you a Merry Christmas. Have a safe and happy holiday season.
Well, Saul and Jeff, I had the loveliest time this weekend spreading some holiday cheer at 4 senior living centers in the Minocqua area. We had such a good time and just sang a bunch of songs.
I don't hear your voice. Are you singing?
Well,
you have to sing for us or it didn't happen.
When that first clip, when I stopped singing, everyone kind of got out of key. So
what do you think, Saul? We have a Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
You know, I'll take that. Yeah.
But the fire.
Okay. All right. Good.
Now you go. Sing about the weather.
Okay. Well,
how's the weather going to be?
I was going to say frightful is
bad
apt.
words in there because we need snow and it's not happening.
Yeah.
It's like a 4-letter word, right? Let's go outside now and check on temperatures. Cooling off very quickly. We got that radiational cooling tonight. So that means single-digit low temperatures later on. Overall, lots of clouds today, clearing skies overnight tonight, increasing clouds tomorrow. The bigger story, though, is the 7-day where 40s are back in the forecast. Probably not tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday, probably more so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Remember, Sunday is Christmas Eve. Christmas Day looks like rain showers in 43. Winter officially arrives on Thursday. We gain a second of daylight, Saul, on Friday.
So we got to sing the new Christmas carol, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. I'm not going to sing. No? You guys go ahead.
Are you guys dreaming of a brown Christmas?
Oh, goodness.
Because it's going to happen if we dream it or not. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
The countdown to Christmas is on, and Blaine's Farm and Fleet is your one-stop shop for all things holiday. Finish your shopping for less with great gifts at great prices for everyone on your list. Like heated vehicle seat cushions or blankets, just $19.99. Shop select DeWalt power tools, $99. And these special buy pet beds, just $29.99. Rewards members save an extra $5. Plus, Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift cards always make perfect gifts.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford SUV and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $3,500 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Travel, there is nothing like it.
Dancing is my passion.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't always been easy.
I was constantly itching,
whatever I was doing.
Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation.